Hi guys, welcome. Today is a day where I want to share a contest with you. Altair is hosting a global contest for students in a topic which is not the typical kind of thing you can find here on this channel, which is topology optimization and coding and automation and stuff like that. No, in this case it's rather AI, system modeling, system identification, digital twin and stuff like that. Pretty interesting. And I also plan to not enter the contest, but also be a little bit on the sideline and assist with tutorial videos. Pay in mind the contest is over pretty soon. It's end of July for your deadline for submissions. So what we're doing now is just look at the video. I will just talk a little bit about it, and then I will just let you off to the contest, I hope, because it's a pretty good opportunity, I think.
Artificial intelligence is the future of system simulation, and that's why we are excited to announce the 2022 Altair Global Contest for Students. Learn the basics of system modeling, digital twin, and artificial intelligence, and express your ideas with a unique and creative presentation. We all know that CAE simulation and full system modeling can produce amazingly accurate results, but they can be both resource intensive and very time consuming.
Resource intensive and time consuming, and you want to get that over to a smarter, quicker predictor, which is with the help of AI. So let's make another analogy, because if you never heard of AI, which is unlikely but possible, then I will just quickly introduce you to the concept of reduced auto modeling techniques. So you heard just now that simulation can accurately predict something, but it takes a lot of time. But if you have already simulations, a bunch of, to describe one particular system, the next simulation with kind of different inputs, but not so far off, can be transformed, important word, transformed, into the outputs with not the simulation directly, but a system who had understandings of this transformation. Let's break that down. In a very easy approach, you have a finite element model, and you know that you have a continuous structure, and you could pick any point where you want the displacement value. But you cannot solve a system of equations where the number of equations are infinite. So what do you do? In finite element method, you do the following. You discretize. You pick certain points, and there you calculate it. But then again, if you want another point, something here in between, where there's no calculation point, you will just interpolate from the surrounding nodes. And this is a predictor. It's very easy. Interpolation, the system is pretty the easiest thing on earth, but it's a kind of same thing. In reduced auto modeling, for example, if you have the height data points of an area, you could just lay through that points a surface which models the terrain. And this is the same thing. Reduced auto modeling is the same thing in this case. All right, so let's watch it again.
But what if there was an alternative? Altair's Rome AI combines reduced order modeling with artificial intelligence to create similar results in a fraction of the time. We start with generating the data using, well, any real-world system regardless of the domain or discipline.
That's pretty important. It doesn't matter if that's a bunch of simulations, which is tightly connected with finite element method. No, it can be any system which produces data. So it doesn't even have to be completely simulatable. Is that even a word? You don't have to have simulations. Data is enough, because in the data you have input values and things you measure, things you care about. And the transformation from input to output, this is the thing the artificial intelligence tries to learn. You can apply, for example, neural nets here, which learn the behavior to predict from similar inputs, similar outputs as in the training data. Usually for artificial intelligence, you have a technique where you split the original data in 80-20 relation, 80% being used for training, for fitting the model, and 20% being used for validation. So where you just test it and see if your model predicts the same or similar results than the original data. So this is how those stuff kind of works.
You can even use a digital twin or data from any CAE simulation.
Yeah, can do
Then
that
we
with
turn
a
it over to
digital
the
twin too.
AI, which will learn from that data and create a very accurate reduced order model. In a very short time, Altair's Roam AI creates that model that mimics your system behavior. Then finally, it's time to unleash your creative side. Wow us with an amazing presentation showing how your complex system model was replaced with a reduced order model.
You can even see it here a little bit, the neural nets, a symbol for it. Yeah, and but presentation, definitely a skill I would likely to acquire more if I was a student. Definitely now as well, but I would highly recommend you putting effort into that as well, because the best idea, the best technique, the best model is worth nothing if you cannot sell it. And visualizing it, making a colleague understand it quickly, or the public, is a pretty decent skill. So
Using artificial intelligence that produce similar results in a mere fraction of the time. So join the fun. Learn system modeling, digital twin, artificial intelligence, and have a chance at winning some great prizes.
yeah, prizes. You can see that here too, right? Here prizes. You have different areas. So America, Europe, Asia Pacific, and global. So there's a global prize after all, and some entrance prizes if you didn't make it under the first 3. Oh, there's a most creative presentations. I really like that Altair's pushing the presentation side. This is really good for students that they also make an emphasis to presentation skills and visualizing skills. So definitely worth checking that out. And here are your registration instructions. You can get for sure the student edition for it and use it to solve problems. And there's some problem statements, right, what you would like to do, and the presentation, and you have training material. So what I like to do is also on this channel to go a little bit into this topic. I know it's on this channel I don't make much of it, but I'm a big fan of data analysis, AI, and I could not do that many as I would like to do. So I will jump on that train and take the opportunity to just create some tutorials on how to set models like this up, and maybe be of help for some of you. But those videos here are fine as well for a start. You can just check that out. And if you have any questions regarding contests, regarding your modeling here, just post a comment or drop me a mail, and I will see what I can do. And in the meantime, I would like to wish all participants of the contest great luck and all the best. And yeah, maybe I see you in the next video, but definitely in the contest. Bye guys.